Hi everyone, Einat Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to make a floating frame. You have a link to the measurements and the instructions in the description under the video, so you can go ahead and grab it. So we're going to start with our first longer piece and score it every ½ inch on the short side, starting from ½ inch and then 1, 1.5, and 2 inches. And then we're going to turn it and score it on the long side at ½ inch from the edge until the second score line. So we have 4 score lines. We're only going to score that vertical line until the second score line. Just going to bring a pencil and mark all the lines so it will be really clear. So that little vertical line, we're going to score it until the second score line, and then we're going to cut along that score line and then diagonally towards the third score line like this. So we're going to cut with the scissors along the score line, the vertical score line, and then diagonally like this. And we're going to repeat that with the other longest or longer piece that we have. And again, cut along the score line and then diagonally. And then we're going to repeat the process with the 2 shorter pieces that we have. We're going to score them exactly the same thing and cut exactly the same thing, the same way that we did with our longer pieces. So we're going to cut along that little score line and then diagonally. So now what we have are 2 smaller pieces and 2 larger pieces, and these are going to be the sides of our frame, the 3D columns of the frame. So what we need to do is fold on all the score lines, and then we're going to glue the sides together. We're going to put glue, we're going to apply our glue on the inside of the first panel on the right, where it is shortest here, from the edge until the first score line. Then we're going to fold it over and attach it to the left panel to create a 3D column, which has like a cube shape. So this is what we have. So we need to repeat that process with all the other pieces that we have. So we'll have 2 longer columns and 2 shorter columns. So you see that there is a straight edge and a diagonal edge. So the straight edge, the corner, should be facing the table, and then you put glue on the inside of that corner, and then while the second column is again aligned the corner with the table, you insert it to attach. And this way you repeat it to attach all 4 pieces together to create your frame. Always make sure that you align the corner with the table, so there will be all the columns will be in the same direction, so you can attach them all. And then what I like to do is just flip the frame to make sure that all the corners are aligned and pushed all the way in to form 90 degrees. So you need to create the exact same frame from the other pieces that you have. You will need 2 frames to create our floating frame project. So once everything is dry and you have your second frame ready as well, we can go ahead and create our floating effect with a transparency. So again, you cut the transparency and you attach it to the back of the first frame. Just apply glue on the edges. And then you attach it to the frame. And the idea of the floating frame is that you attach a 4x6, two 4x6 photos, one on the front of the transparency and one in the back, back to back, and it looks like those photos are floating in the air because the transparency is of course invisible. And that is the floating frame effect. I'm going to show you how it looks when it's finished with two paper pieces instead of photos, but of course the idea is to have photos there. So attach the second frame and sandwich the transparency in between the two frames. And then what you need to do is cover your frame on the sides and on the front with your cover papers. Pretty easy. So I've pre-cut all my pieces. Again, you have the measurements in the cutting guide in the description under the video. You can go ahead and download it for free. So I'm starting with covering the sides, and also this secures both frames together as well. The side, it covers that space in between, the little tiny space in between the two frames. It looks much neater when it's covered with paper. So we're going to cover the front, the top and the bottom and the sides, and then we're going to cover the front. Now what I want to say is that once you have your frame covered, it can stand on its own and it looks pretty cool. But I have gone ahead and added a rotating mechanism so this frame can rotate, and that looks pretty cool. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute after I finish covering the front of the frame. And if you want to create this effect of the rotating frame, then you need to become a member of this channel, because this content is exclusively for members. So all you need to do is click the join button to become a member and get access to this exclusive member tutorial and all the other tutorials and perks that we have for member channels. And this way you can support me for only $5 a month, so I can keep on adding and posting free content for everyone. So this is the finished frame. It will stand on its own and it will look amazing. But if you want to create a rotating effect like this, then you need to become a member of this channel. So go ahead and click on that join button and become a member of this channel and get access to all the perks and exclusive tutorials. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video, so you won't miss anything and you'll be able to follow all the tutorials and make all the projects. So thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.